Do you find it difficult to focus on your customers and even your own employees as you're juggling numerous vendors? Do you have more meetings with vendors than you can count? And do their reports filled with technical jargon make you feel clueless and frustrated? Such is the story of Nathan. Being at a car dealership, he's concerned about his store's digital marketing presence and invests most of his time dealing with vendors to promote his business and gain more sales and market share. Nathan is busy handling reports and reviewing them, not knowing what is happening on the advertising front and about his true ROI. Poor Nathan is worried but can't figure out a solution until he found BZ Consultants Group. BZ Consultants stepped in and was able to take the digital marketing vendor burden off Nathan's plate, giving him peace of mind that the best interest of the dealer was always top of mind. Being an unbiased third party, BZ Consultants always made sure to relay the reports in easy, relatable, and actionable ways so that Nathan could best utilize the data. Now, Nathan can focus on what he really wanted, the customer experience and growth. By being your digital marketing business partner, BZ Consultants Group will remove the hassle of trying to hold your vendors accountable and increase your productivity with the time you will now have armed with true data. Together, we make it possible because your success is our goal.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome into the Furniss Fast Lanes of Facts Not Feelings. And Russell, you officially beat both Peter Smith and Jeff Ravella, whose birthday is every freaking day. Jeff, we love you. You are the first to comment, so kudos to you. Gold star for you. Thank you very much. And hello, and it's a great day. It is, Russell, you might appreciate this because you live in sunshine, but it is Siberia out in my direction. Venus, on the other hand, is in beautiful Colombia, where it's just gorgeous all the year round. And we were talking about offline here. I was like, man, why do I live in a place where the air hurts my face? I can't understand this. But we're coming to you. I'm so excited to have you all on here. It's a great Friday. To my other direction, depending on which way this is flipping, we have Venus Toro, who is the CEO of Wyn Solutions, and we're have an awesome conversation today. And yay for you! Like I said, if I could this gold star, I can't do a star, but a gold star for you. And Larry, oh my good friend Larry, good to see you, buddy. Larry, the good and bad problem is that I get used to talking to you every day, and all of a sudden, 2 days go by, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's been a year since I've talked to you, so I definitely need to connect with you. And back to you, Russell. It is here as well. It's going to be 8 degrees tomorrow. So while that, for you all, I know it's very, very, very cold. It's going to be negative 35 on Sunday, Monday. It's, once again, why do I live in this place? I love it. Yes. Thank you, Jen. So good to see you. So good to see everyone. So before we get this thing kickstarted, man, there's been a lot going on. We've got NADA around the corner, which we'll get into in just a second here and a little bit here about NADA. And if I will say this again for those that come on later, but if you're wanting to be a part of the Facts Not Feelings, we're streaming live from the Wyn Villa Suite. In fact, let me just throw this up here and I'll do it again here in a little bit here. So those that are coming late will be able to see this. But we're going to be broadcasting from the Wyn Villa on Saturday, 10 to 5 every 15 minutes. When I checked this morning, I think we have 3 spots left, maybe. And if you oh man, I wanted to be there, but I couldn't, all the spots are filled. No worries at all. The happy hour for the Dealer Funnel, Dealer World booth is going to be for Dealer World, Dealer Funnel is every freaking day, just every day. Every day you're there, Wednesday through Thursday, it's 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then Friday and Saturday, 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. And if anybody doesn't know this, you know that Dan Moore is going to have the best happy hour out there. That's not even a question. He's going to have the best happy hour. So stop on by. It'll be like we were at Digital Dealer, very similar to that. And we've got a couple more comments here, and we'll jump into this. Yes, Russell, my body already hurts. In fact, the snowblower went out. Apologize. It says Joyce says our snowblower actually started smoking today because of the snow was so heavy. So it's all kinds of fun. We got Jeff coming in here saying, I set up AI to do all my response today. I'm not responsible. Jeff, are you ever responsible for what you say is my question? Just out of curiosity here. And then we've got Russell saying, hello, Venus. Can't wait to hear what you have to share. Yeah, that makes 2 of us here. And Robert, so good to see you. Hello to you. Hope that you're starting off as an awesome day here. And Don Brady with his infamous sunglasses and palm tree for planting trees. So Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, Venus. What do you say? Do you think we should?
Oh, definitely. I'm ready to start.
Fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna kick it over to you. We had a great episode that dropped yesterday, and when I got introduced to you from Jen Stafford, I was just like, man, this is such an incredible service that you all offered. So we did a whole show on this. If you haven't watched the show already, one, why haven't you? Number two, we're gonna jump into some of our highlights. So, what was one of the main takeaways from our conversation yesterday that you'd like to share with the audience?
Well, the main takeaways is if you're struggling to find the right people for your team, you should reach out to us because we will ensure to find the best candidates that are focused in automotive. We only work with automotive, so we know exactly what type of people you're looking for. We can train them in automotive. And if you have a Hispanic underserved market, we are able to provide that as well because all of our staff is completely bilingual. So if you need people and if you need them fast, we can assist with that.
Yes, and that was one that, I mean, there were so many things that just in that one little statement that you said that I was for me when we were talking, the speed at which you hire quality talent. And I want to be very clear that I say quality talent. It's not like, hey, we're just pumping out people and we're putting crap on the street. No, you guys use so much technology and you're able to hire people at a quicker rate than other ones. I don't know if you want to expand on that a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So, we've been in the market for 3 years now. So during that time, we've been able to perfect the process of hiring people for automotive marketing. Starting last year, we started implementing also AI solutions that allow us to find candidates quicker and to also vet them quicker. And as well, we're able to provide you kind of like that personalized candidate experience for you. So if you have specific requirements, you don't have to go through all of the experience that the people have in their CV. We're going to send you the key takeaways that you need to know that match with your job description. And we're able to provide you, our goal is to have candidates ready for you to start working with you in less than 2 weeks. So from the moment you start with us to the moment you have a person starting in your team, it's going to be 2 weeks.
That is nuts. And
No
Brian coming in here with vominos. Coming in hot there, Brian. I love it. It is. And that was the number that like threw me for a loop. I go, you guys are really doing this in 2 weeks. Like, how many people out there would love to have someone hired in 2 weeks? Like, that is nuts. Absolutely nuts. The other one was just the cost effectiveness of having that bilingual talent and bilingual hiring. That was another one. And before I go any further on this one, when I first got introduced to you, I go, man, I know when I was in the dealership, and even now when I work with my clients, I would look at these websites that you would hit one little button and it turns it to Spanish. Now we're all very aware of the 99% of those they're using Google Translate, which is not 100% accurate. So having someone, and it's not cheap to do that either. And so like I had a website that was actually someone manually did all that, but they'd only do so many pages. And then it's up to you to do the rest. Well, if you're doing the rest, then it's going to probably be Google Translate. And then additionally, all the banners on the website didn't translate. I was like, well, then what are we paying for? So that was for me a really, really big one. Because I go, for a dealership, and if you're in advertising or marketing, how great would it be to have, hey, I know my number one language is English. Okay, I get that. But my second language is Spanish. Why are we not catering to that? I can see how much they're engaging. And I've told the story before. If you're going to hear it again here, like I still have dealerships from 6-7 years ago that are still within their top 10 pages is the blog that's done in Spanish. And so you're lighting the money on fire when you're not reaching into your pocket. And I won't say, but doing all of this. Right. So I just kind of vomited there a little bit. I'm going to let you now go on that a little bit there.
Absolutely. So we work with dealerships as well as with agencies. So if you're an agency, we can provide those, in that specific case, those bilingual copywriters that are going to be able to have all of that content. If you're building all of your content in English, we're able to have that bilingual person that will be able to make sure that all of the content that you're producing would be correctly tailored in Spanish as well. So that's one of the things that we've expanded a lot working with agencies. And working with dealerships, it's very similar. If you already have your marketing agency or your in-house marketing team that it needs to have a specific needs tailored to the Spanish population, or translating your website specifically, we need to ensure that that is not just Google Translate. We need to ensure that that is being, proofread by somebody that speaks the language and that has also studied the whole life, to making sure that that translation is accurate, right? So bilingual copywriters has been an amazing opportunity for us to grow. We started focused very much on the creative side of things, so graphic designers, video editors, motion graphics, and we were able, we expanded a lot on that, because definitely it's a very creative role that requires a very specific set of skills, and we're able to provide all of that, in a very short amount of time. If you need a graphic designer, we have already a pipeline of those that can be with you almost immediately, and they will be your exclusive marketing team. So we started with creative, then we expanded into digital marketing, then into copywriting, which has been fantastic. It was definitely a good hit in there. And now we've also expanded to providing, for instance, CRM or Salesforce specialists. I know Salesforce is not something that a lot of people are using in the industry, but finding those CRM experts that can understand the automotive systems as well is another niche that we've been able to train our people and provide them for dealerships and as well as agencies.
Yeah, and on the Salesforce part, that was another one. Like, I didn't realize how knowledgeable, that's where I'm going to go, knowledgeable you were and are in Salesforce. I mean, once again, I would, unfortunately, the only dealership, and Nathaniel was on here, Nathan was on here probably 6 months ago, and he over at DGDG, and I believe he is the only dealership group that has Salesforce. And there are so many pros to having whether it's Salesforce or HubSpot or something like that, that's a real CRM. Not that the ones we have in our industry are not real CRMs. They're just very outdated. I mean, you're still having 80. I mean, there's just not the integration, and hopefully at some point we'll get to a point that they are, but right now they're not. So I was blown away by the amount of, I'm trying to think of the word I want to go here, but you just have, so much about Salesforce, which a lot of times you open, you're like, I don't know where to click. There's so much going on in this.
It's a universe. Yeah. Well, I think, I started with Salesforce and then expanded more into kind of like the Marketing Cloud, and specialized in there a little bit before starting Wyn solutions. But it's a whole universe. I absolutely loved it. It definitely goes into my operational side and process personality. And I think it's just an amazing tool. And we are able to kind of understand those best practices. And also if we can replicate some of those to the existing CRMs in automotive, I think it's a great opportunity.
Amen. Amen. And I just want to take a second here and just kind of, for those that are listening to this and you're thinking, okay, so there's bilingual, they do marketing. In general, Wyn just makes productivity easy. It's easy for agencies. It's easy for dealers by providing full-time OEM compliant talent to become a natural extension of your team. They help companies and careers and communities grow. Like, there's so much that you do. And the first time we were talking, and Jen goes, well, do you know what Wyn stands for? I go, I just think it's a cool name. Like, Wyn with us, that's cool. And it was you who you go, whatever you need. I was like, damn, okay, I see you. That's nice. Is there anything else that with the audience about what you all do? Just because I know that we can encapsulate this into like 2 sentences or 1 sentence, but you touch so many different areas. So is there something else you'd like to add to that?
Well, I believe, our main project for this year, for 2024, has been to also, and I know AI is something that everybody's thinking about right now. And AI is something that everybody is kind of, we don't know what to do about it, or everybody wants to integrate it into their companies, into their daily work. And it's definitely kind of that term that we're going to be hearing about a lot. But definitely for 2024, our goal is to be able to, we're right now building a product that each of our hires is going to be able to use, that is going to allow them to have access to best practices per position. So any, new copywriter, new graphic designer, new video editor that we hire is going to have access to a knowledge base that we're building that will allow them to kind of, have access to the knowledge of, generations of automotive marketing. So they're, that's the way that we're ensuring that our hires would be high quality as well. Not only because it's people that are already, experts and professionals in their field, but also because they're not going to have to go into such a deep onboarding process, but because they're going to have the access to this tool and knowledge base that we're working on, making sure that the knowledge is there and that they can, before sending anything, that we can put it through the system and it will tell you, what are the best practices that you should be following. So that's something very excited that I definitely wanted to talk to you and share it with your audience, because that's the plan and the goal that we have for 2024.
That's awesome. And there's so much in AI has become a buzzword, and rightfully so, I'll say as well. Like, that's so great what it can do. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and I just said, hey, as great as it is, you still need that human aspect. You still need to have that manual. Hey, I've got someone here overseeing the AI, because there's some things that, as great as AI is it enhancing the process? Is it enhancing the person? Is it enhancing? If you're just putting on there to be faster and it's not really doing anything, because now you got to go back and check of the mistakes it made, then okay, you can tailor it a little bit. So everything you're doing over there, it's just a lot. I'm all for it. The other thing that I wanted to point out that caught me, like, I won't say I was surprised, because I just didn't think geographically where you were. And I have a lot of friends and a lot of colleagues that are overseas, or they're international. And sometimes when you're trying to have the support with them, it becomes a little difficult, because it's 12:17 p.m. in Central Time right now. But my friend, it might be 2 o'clock in the morning. So then, okay, well, crap. What do we do now? I'm trying to get a hold of somebody, and either they're going to work really my hours, or we're not going to get a response for a bit. But you are Central Time Zone. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Like, that is, to me, that is a huge differentiator. Huge differentiator.
Yes, completely. And I think that's maybe some of the misconceptions that people would sometimes have with where we're located. But actually, yeah, we normally, so in Colombia, we don't do the time savings hour. So we go from Central Time to Eastern Times. And that's what, sometimes we are, half of the year we're in Central, and half of the year we are in Eastern. So that, that allows us also to be in the same times above all of our clients. And it, well, thanks, Brian. I'll tell my mom about that.
Good job, Mom. Good job. So we gotta love it, man. And Brian always keeps us on our toes, and I so appreciate it, Brian. Jeff, good day to you. Hola, I should say. Hola to you. Yes.
Hola.
Yeah, and it is like, that was something that really took me, like I said, by surprise on it, that, hey, this is really cool that I'm able to communicate with you. And there's so many different ways. And even when you send over, so we've got your personalized link right here. And there were channels in there I had never even seen. I was like, these are, okay, I got to go learn about this now. And luckily I could add them. They were in the ability to add. I was like, I mean, like, so you guys you're on social, you're everywhere. I'm just, once again, thank you so much to Jen for introducing us. I'm super, super appreciate that. What was one of the other takeaways that you had from the show?
Well, I think a very important key of our process and how, we live by our mission is making sure, companies, careers, and communities grow. So we want to ensure, and the whole concept of Wyn started, kind of during post-COVID, where it was impossible to hire. And it was also, if you needed to hire, it would be very hard to find somebody, or it would be very expensive to hire somebody. Salaries went crazy. So that it has still our mission is to make sure that we provide affordable price, normally sometimes 30% or even more less than what you would hire in somebody in the US. But we are ensuring that we are specialized in automotive, that we are bilingual, that we can provide people very quickly, and it's people that is highly passionate about what they do. But also because since we are in Colombia, we're able to provide very competitive salaries for the people that work with us. So for us, having that win-win situation it's been the greatest thing that we've been able to achieve with the company. Helping careers that are growing inside of Wyn, helping companies that needed to grow but were, having issues to find the right people at reasonable prices. And then for the communities, I want to say that we work constantly in making sure that we can also take some of what we make back to the community. So we are working on several social programs as well, helping specifically with small companies that are starting, that maybe come from conflict or come from different stages, and we support with marketing talent or with improving their brands in Colombia.
That's awesome. One of the other things that is, I can't remember the stat off the top of my head here, but you were throwing on some stats. I'm going to see if I can go through the notes here and find this here. But you were talking about some of the stats of how much money you save, and how I know we talked about the quick portion of it, how quickly you turn things around. But you'd had 400% growth. That is just nuts to me. And yet you were able to still sustain that. Like, usually when you hear 400% growth, you're like, wait, whoa, hold up. That's a little too much. I'm worried that you're not going to be able to cater to me, and that personalization is going to go away. And you guys haven't at all. Like, you've just continued to grow, and it's been at an exponential rate, but still keep the quality, which I thought was really, really cool when we were going through there's another stat in here I'm trying to find, and I can't find it right now. But that one stuck out to me big time about the growing that quickly. And once again, very clear that this has not been, there's no detriment to the service, which has been really cool.
Yes, it's definitely been a challenge. So entrepreneurship it's a journey. You have to love it, because otherwise you would go crazy. But it's been amazing. We've been able to sustain the growth since the moment we started. We've had growth every single month, and we've been in the market now for 3 years, and we've been able to really perfect all of those processes. But we're also, I think, some of the things that or one of the stats that you were thinking about, but has been the savings that we were able to provide to some of our clients. So for one of our clients, our biggest ones, for a team of around 20 people, we've been able to save around 380,000.
Jeez, that's so much money
in savings per year.
I just want to repeat that in case you just came to the store. $380,000 a year. You all were able to save a client that had 20 employees, more or less. Like, that is astronomical. And then Stephen right here coming to you is, of course, anytime Stephen speaks, we all just should shut up and listen, because some wise words are going to come out of his mouth. So people, of course, matter, but so does the intelligent process. It's not all about people, power, or all our artificial intelligence. It's a combination of the two, where we unlocked our greatest potentials. Hashtag facts, not feelings. And yes, and Steve, this is something that I mean, even yesterday I was putting together some stuff, and ChatGPT-4 had all of my the whole chat that had been going on for a while. And I asked the other question, and it just kind of goes rogue. And I was like, what the hell just happened here? Now, looking back, I think it was because they just updated to have you can get the GPTs that you can now add in, whatever. But there's more times that you got to be like, okay, reread it, make sure it makes sense, make sure you just didn't add something else in there, and still be the human in it. And I'm so grateful for the AI and all the AI out there that enhances what I do, speeds up what I do, makes it better than what I could do. I also know that, going back to what we've all said here, is that we are the human in this situation. Don't forget that, please. Please don't forget that. All right, I'll go one more time on here just to make sure, in case you're just joining now, that we've got a couple more spots left on NADA for the live streaming here. It'll be Saturday, 10 to 5. We're going every 15 minutes. I believe we have 3 spots left. I believe is what we've got left. At least it was this morning. It could have changed by this point. So we are going to be broadcasting from the Wyn Villa Suites from Dealer Funnel and Dealer World. They are also having a happy party. It's going to be a happy party, but it's called a happy hour. Brooke needs to have a happy hour right now, it sounds like. And it's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to be 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then again, Friday and Saturday, 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. You all know the drill at this point. Just go fill out the form. Go fill it out. And then we got Brian rolling in here. Tell ChatGPT, go to your room. I don't know if you're serious about this or not. Like, Brian, you're always joking around, but I feel like if I actually did that, it would say something weird to me. So I don't know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. The other thing I've been doing lately is I saw about, God, I've lost track of time. A couple weeks ago, probably, that there was an article about if you encourage Chat GPT, that it will do a better job. So it'll
Oh
not
yeah.
give the right answer I want. And so I'm like, I believe in you. You can do this. And all of a sudden I get all this brand new information. So it's for an unemotional thing, software, whatever I call it, system. It seems like, to me at least, from the articles I've read, and then I personally have done this myself, when I actually tell it, I believe in you, you can do this, it does a lot better. I don't know why. Have you experienced this?
Well, in I have experience, and not encouraging it, like, but what I've done is that, telling it a lot, like, can you make this better, or like, let's do it better, like we can do this
Mhm.
better, like, and then it always gives me a much better option. So I can kind of understand. Maybe I need to be a little bit more persuasive and encouraging.
It's and I didn't believe it. I was like, what? Because I mean, you follow a lot of stuff, and I was like, is this legit or not? I'm not sure. We'll see. And I've done it for the last quite a few prompt, and it's not in the beginning prompt. Once I've asked its question and
Right.
asked it again, and then I'll say something along the lines of, hey, this is I believe in you, or something of words of encouragement, and then boom, I get a completely different answer. What started this is I was looking at something. I was trying to find an article from Facebook about a FAQ, and I just couldn't find it. So I just said, it came back and said, nope, it's not there. We can't find anything. We can't find anything. I was like, let's give it a shot. I was like, all right, I believe in you. I believe you can do this. And all of a sudden I got like 10 documents. I go, where was this before? So I don't
Wow.
know the logic behind it. But it seems to work. I'm sure obviously it depends on the prompt, but to Russell,
You know
yes,
what?
I would agree. What was that?
Well, something interesting that happened to me, which is, sometimes ChatGPT is not fully accurate, right? It doesn't always
Yeah.
tells you like the truth. So one time, we have a process where we put some of the resumes so that they are optimized based on the job description as well. So what it started saying, putting things in the resume that were not true, and I told him, "Are you sure about this?" And it was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. Here's the revised version." So I was like, "Wow, why didn't you just do this all along from the beginning?"
That's so, and it must be something with resumes, because it wasn't with ChatGPT before. I did it with Claude, because I was comparing the two. And
Right.
Claude, just a lot more hallucinations, but not once did it get it right. And I would write, hey, where are you getting this? And, oh, I'm sorry, I made it up. I go, okay, please hold only things that are factual and true. And I put it in there. And then once again, the same thing happened. I go, where are you getting this information? Oh, I'm sorry, I made it up.
Facts not
This goes
feelings,
on for
right?
4 times. I finally just like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to write this whole thing. Is helping
Oh
out a
wow.
friend. I just go, I'll have to do this myself. It was nuts. Once again, we just go back to, as we tell these stories, is that from first-hand experiences, as great as it is still artificial intelligence, like apparently can't say. And we have to be the human in it. And Brian is saying, just don't say hasta la vista, baby. No, you never know. You never know. And Brian, you might know this. So do you remember it was Microsoft Word that it just came out? And if you typed something about, I'm trying to think who it was. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking the biggest, it might have been, what was it? The little notepad. It was word note. But anyways, if you put it would do like suggestions. I mean, remember like the little clippy guy, whatever. It wasn't the clippy guy, but you would
Right.
write out like, what about their biggest competitor at the time? And it would fire back about, and it was all automated about, yeah, that's a horrible product. Don't ever, it was something funny. And I know I'm saying this and it's not making a lot of sense, but if you actually, like, I wasn't a jailbreak, but if you actually type this exact sentence in your Word doc, Microsoft, it would turn around and say something. It was the funniest thing. And I'm hoping someone knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'm like drunk. So I'm not sure.
wow.
Maybe Brian, you'll have to let me know if you dealt with that. It was, God, this had been in 90, God, maybe 98, 99. Nah, yeah, probably like 99. So anybody knows what I'm talking about, you could definitely jailbreak it. I wouldn't even say jailbreak. It was just a certain sentence and it was funny, the
Well, I'm
response. But
curious. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, what else did we miss? We missed anything here, Venus? Anything that we missed about our conversation that you want to share with the audience?
I think we've talked a lot about what is it that Wyn does, and how is it that we've grown. So I think we've talked about all of the things that were really sticking out to me. No,
Okay,
I think
sounds
we've
good.
talked about everything. So
Okay, that makes our job easy then, right? We can go now and have a early, well, it's not early, late lunch at this point. We can call it a day early, whatever you got going on. For me, I got to go play in the snow. No, I'm not. I'm going to stay in and do not play in the
yeah,
snow, but I'm going to stay
should
nice and warm
definitely.
inside. Not so much. All right, everyone. First and foremost, just thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the show. As always, thank you for engagement and keeping my Fridays. And I'm going to be I'm usually a very selfish person, but I'm going to be very selfish here and to say, I look forward to Fridays so much because of you all. It's because of you all and your energy, your entertainment. Brian, thank you. Jeff, Jordan, you all know who you are, of keeping the conversation just fun. I was telling Venus beforehand, I go, this should be the most mindless thing you do today. Like it's Friday. Our brains are usually shot. And I look forward to this so much. So just thank you all for being a part of the Facts Not Feelings community, for being a part of this whole thing and this journey. I just so appreciate it. And with that, everyone, you know the drill at this point. Find a way to serve today. Find a way to just help somebody. And this could be something, at least out here, you can go shovel their driveway. Do something, a smile, open a car door, do something just to make someone's day just a little bit better. That ripple effect is everlasting. And with that, everyone, we will see everybody next week.